I'm Andy Porter. I'm Professor of Medical Biotechnology at the University of Aberdeen. But I also, I guess, have some other entrepreneurial interests in a number of different businesses.
My name's Dr. Keith Charlton. Together with a colleague, Gillian Broadbent, I head up a biotechnology company based here in Aberdeen University. Haptogen was a University of Aberdeen spin-out focusing on antibody engineering technology, and we were using that technology to develop biological therapeutics, particularly in the areas of multiple antibiotic-resistant bacterial infections and also in liver fibrosis.
The company actually became very successful, and about 5 years after we spun it out, we were lucky enough to sell the company to a very large US pharma company called Wyeth. At the time, Wyeth was the 9th largest pharmaceutical company in the world. And so myself and the founders of Haptogen set up Grampian Biopartners, which was an angel investment company that then was able to reinvest some of this money back into Scottish biotech.
Initially, we focused primarily on the areas we knew, which was life sciences.
But Keith and I have also invested in some companies outside of biotechnology as well.
I studied engineering at the University of Aberdeen, and the 5 years that I was at university, I spent a lot of that time working in cocktail bars. When I graduated, I explored the idea of opening my own bar in Aberdeen, and that's where Andy and Keith stepped in. This is where Alex and Josh came into play. Josh studied law at Aberdeen University. When he graduated, he went off to Asia, and he spent 5 years working in China, building up a business there. Alex, he had a real passion and flair for cocktails. So we knew we wanted to create a premium gin. We really felt that we could bring something new to the table and add some value to the gin sector.
Most gin is made through high temperature distilling. Ben, Josh and Alex had this idea of trying to combine more traditional gin distilling technologies with some newer technology, and it was the newer technology that Keith and I were involved with.
Rotary evaporators are quite a specialised scientific research instrument, and they're particularly expensive, and they're not very straightforward to use either. They do need some significant training.
Andy and Keith managed to pull together the parts for a rotary evaporator so that we could have one here in the bar. Having the rotary evaporator here allowed us to really start experimenting with distillation and learning a lot about how different botanicals would react at different temperatures.
By using a lower temperature and doing it under vacuum, we were able to take a different profile of botanicals out of some of the key ingredients in the gin.
They went through endless iterations. One of the things that I had to do was teach them how to make accurate records and develop a way of being able to generate flavourings reproducibly.
When we were creating our gin, we had an ideal flavour profile in mind. So we utilise a few botanicals to hit these key notes. The first of which is called Buddha's Hand, which is a citrus fruit. Once we decided that we wanted to use Buddha's Hand, we had to source it. And we didn't source it in the typical fashion that gin distillers do, which is normally they would buy it from a botanical distributor. We actually went straight to the source, and we contacted farmers in China. So Josh's experience really helped here. We actually imported a container, 200 kilos of Buddha's Hand into Edinburgh, and then brought it up to Aberdeen. So we launched in December 2015, just before Christmas, and we managed to sell almost all of our first bottling run, which was 3,300 bottles within the month. So that was a pretty crazy and hectic time. Just a few weeks ago, we picked up a gold medal at the International Wines and Spirits competition for the London Dry Gin category, which is an amazing accolade, and these aren't just handed out, so we're pretty happy to have won that. spent 5 years at the University of Aberdeen, and I had a great time whilst I was there. I met some amazing friends, including Josh, who I'm now working with, and gained some real life skills that have definitely helped.
I have to say, I'm still struggling to get my head around the idea of having a gin named after me. The process by which it happened, it's quite nice to have an opportunity to explain that, because everybody thinks that I just demanded my name on the bottle, but there was a full branding process.
I think my name might have been in the mix at the early stages, but Porter's Gin is just, it has a better ring. You'll be able to cut this, but I don't like gin.